So this morning we ordered some room service through the TV. I'll do a video of that later, but yeah, it was okay. Probably wouldn't do it again. So we're in Gibraltar today, nice and mild. We've got a pre-booked excursion to the Europa Point and one of the underground war tunnels, because we didn't do that last time we were in Gibraltar, and we thought that would be easier. We're going for a little wander into town first. We've got a little bit of time to kill. It meets in the terminal building unusually, which is kind of nice actually. I don't like excursions that meet in the theatre or whatever, because you can get off the ship. So, yeah, not bad. So it was a pretty straightforward process. We met in the entrance hall, got given our stickers, and then joined our tour guide on a bus. Quite a small group actually for a ship excursion. He took us out to the border between Spain and told us lots about how that all worked. We crossed the runway at Gibraltar International Airport, and he then took us onward to Europa Point, pointing out the various sites along the way. So Europa Point was pretty cool actually. You could see over to Morocco, you were in Gibraltar, you saw the various oceans. Unfortunately I had this awesome bit to camera filmed because I think they're better than these crappy voiceovers. However, it was incredibly windy and you can't hear a word I'm saying. I'm sure there were lots of poignant points that I made. You'll just have to make them up in your head and enjoy the beautiful views. From there we took the rather terrifying drive up the windy passages up to the top of the rock towards the ape den, and got the obligatory shot of the ship from somewhere high up on land that everyone obviously looks for. We did make an unscheduled stop at the ape den. I stayed in the van because I'm terrified of them and I've seen them before. Alex got some really quite nice shots of the apes or monkeys from outside of the van. Yeah, they were all over the place actually. We saw quite a lot of them, and then on the way to the war tunnels we got more of the high ship shot. For our tour of the tunnels, our driver passed us off to a professional tour guide, and after a brief and rather public and embarrassing spat with his supervisor, we were on our way into the tunnels. Now the tunnels are largely pretty dark and pretty tunnely, and video doesn't really work that well when you have my level of skill. So enjoy the clips that I've managed to take, but really, actually the tour was fantastic. The driver was good, the tour guide in the tunnels was very informative, and it was actually a great tour. I've only done one ship's excursion before. I wasn't that impressed. I felt like it would be better done on your own, but I really felt like this was worth the money. We had a brief stop at Jock's Balcony as part of the tunnels, which offered fantastic views. And then the driver was kind enough to pick us up and then drop us off in town. Though he would take you back to the ship if you wanted him to. So we're back from Gibraltar and we are starving because it's kind of 4 o'clock and we haven't eaten all day. So we're going to grab a hot dog and then probably chill out a bit. So on the way back from the hot dog place, we saw the pop-up pianist in the lift a couple of times. And I just love how this stuff just happens all around you on this ship. It's so cool. So tonight we dined at the Grande, which is the formal restaurant on board. The restaurant itself is opulent and absolutely gorgeous, and the service was trying to match that old world style. I'm not sure how well they managed that. It was dark inside, so there's no real video, but here are some photos. I had some escargot, then fantastic prawns as my main course, and then a lava centre chocolate cake, which was kind of okay. Alex, on the other hand, decided to go for the French onion soup, which he said was as good as celebrities in the main dining room. Then duck à l'orange, which had the most delicious potatoes I'd ever tasted, and then a key lime pie, which again was kind of okay. As well as what is in the video today, we did do some other stuff as well, just on our own, without a camera there. We chilled out in the solarium for a little bit, had a dip in the hot tub, had a few beers and just generally relaxed. We did see a couple of shows in the theatre. Well, one in the theatre and one in 270. In the theatre, there was a guy called Jonathan Welks, who is I think he's quite famous in the UK. He's been involved in some sort of sports charity. But he was singing. He's friends with Robbie Williams and was actually on Robbie Williams' Swing When You're Winning album. And he played a whole load of show tunes and sort of soul swing sort of songs. And he was very good. I'm not a massive fan of just sitting and listening to someone sing, but he was very good. The songs were almost all known to me, so that helped a lot. And he was kind of funny as well, so it was a good night. That was before dinner. Dinner was quite late tonight at 9 o'clock, and then after dinner we went up to 270, where the cruise director was hosting a sort of name that tune. It was the great big music quiz or something like that. And everyone got to have a go with a little answer sheet, and then the people with the top 4 scores from the audience went into a final, and then they turned it into a bit of a game show. That was fantastic, really good fun, really packed out. People were singing along and all sorts of stuff, so highly recommended. And I'm now going to finish editing this on the balcony and go to bed. So see you tomorrow.